Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
We have a special guest for a Shadow and Bone trailer reaction. We get Nerdy Nightly.
And we thought we'd share it with you.
That's right. All right. Do you want to know who it is? If you watch the thumbnail, if you looked at the title, you probably already know, but let's bring her in. It's a ChaoticNeutralGoblin.
Hi!
How's it going?
We're doing well. Apparently you're a big fan of this series, right? The Shadow and Bone?
Yes. So Shadow and Bone, from my understanding, it's the TV series is putting together the trilogy Shadow and Bone, as well as some characters from the duology Six of Crows. So I'm very interested to see how this is all going to mix together.
All right, let's jump right into it, because I've never read this book. I know nothing about it. And then we're going to have a talk with Goblin about this afterwards.
Yeah, let's...
But before we get into that, I just want to say, if you're not following Goblin over at twitch.tv/ChaoticNeutralGoblin, go do it. She's one of the best. And
we'll throw the link in there for you.
We're so excited to have her on our trailer reaction.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
The Shadow Fold. A scar on the map
Wow.
that tore our country in two.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'll make it.
I love sci-fi British accents.
Promise.
To destroy it, we need a miracle.
Are they flying or are they sailing?
It's... Oh, God. I forget.
Whoa.
I'm like shaking.
So who actually saw what happened?
Yes, Daddy.
Oh, my God.
Lift up your sleeve.
What are you?
Oh, yeah.
Answer the question. What are you?
Map maker, sir.
Our map maker? Well, you and I are going to change the world.
Oh my
Can they just say cartographer? Can...
All right. Wow, that was something. Wow.
Wow. That
was something.
I did not expect to be so excited about something that I have, like, no knowledge. Like, I did not know existed before this.
That looks exactly like the kind of high fantasy stuff that you love, Clarus.
Oh my god, yeah.
No.
But it had, like, the cool, like, the guns, like, the whole, like, kind of crossover between almost a, like, historical drama and a fantasy.
Yeah.
It does. It's heavily inspired by a lot of like Russian. I don't know what the time period is called, but it takes like a lot of the names are Russian inspired. A lot of the artwork released by the publishing company is, you know, Moscow-esque.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
I noticed there's a lot of that. There's also a lot of magic that almost seemed it reminded me of Avatar: The Last Airbender, because there was the one person who like shot fire out of their hands, and then there was the one person that like did like a foot movement, and then there was like almost like earth bending that happened.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool. I also there's a lot of attractive people in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the casting is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I'm okay. There's like a lot of BIPOC people in written into the series, and also it is LGBTQIA friendly, especially Six of Crows. And I really hope they like don't shy away from that, because that's going to make a lot of people in the book world fandom upset. But
Right.
No,
I feel like Netflix.
Jasper.
I don't feel like Netflix ever shies away from LGBT stuff, right? Like Netflix seems to really
they seem to embrace it, which is
Yeah.
nice. So based on like you've read the books, and you know how sometimes like casting doesn't quite translate to like what you picture in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you think they nailed it?
I do. I really do. I didn't have, so the main character, the girl that you see, is named Alina Starkov. She sometimes with the main characters of the books, I don't have a strong sense of like what they look like, because I'm imagining myself in those roles. And
Fair.
I love her casting for it. The Darkling, which is Ben Barnes.
He's a very attractive man.
Yeah.
What was he just in?
He's
Punisher.
Westworld.
Punisher. He's the main villain in Punisher, the TV show. Yeah, he's great.
Well, get ready for another problematic character from Ben Barnes, because he is a problem child. The Darkling is just, if anything, I imagine the Darkling is like very pallid and more like traditional, like Russian looking, I guess, what you would imagine. But he's got the energy for it.
So they Netflixed it up, you could say.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's like, you know how there's like a CW look to some actors? You're like, oh, you're a CW actor. I'm starting to get a vibe from like a certain kind of Netflix show that casts a certain look. That is like, if you wanted to create thirst traps for people who are 5 years older than the CW audience.
Yeah.
It's like the 25-year-old CW.
I love that. Like the 25 to 30 year range.
So neither of us have read the books. Usually on our show, when we react to things, I'm the one who knows what it is, and Clarus is new to it. Yeah. That's our typical vibe. So I'm glad you're here, because usually it's like, was this successful to people who like the thing? Was it successful to people who are new to it? We're both new to it. I would say this trailer was very successful in enticing me to watch this.
Yes, I want to know, like, it did such a good job of giving me enough of the story, but not too much of it. Because with trailers, I find sometimes it's really frustrating if they give away too much, or if they don't say anything at all, and I'm like, what was that supposed to be about? But this, I think, had, like, a very clear, like, through line. Those creatures that were in the, like, dark fog, whatever it was, those were terrifying. I want to know what it is.
Yeah, it set up it did a lot of enticing world building for us as newcomers. Yeah. So I think we'll both say that was a success for new audiences.
Oh, I'm 110% going to watch this.
As a reader, as someone who loves this already, do you think that this was successful at wanting you to engage with this content in a new way?
I do. I think like anything, when you have it built up in your mind, you have a grander scale built up, and sometimes that just isn't attainable for the TV and film. But I am so excited. I have a lot of high hopes for this series. I think they're going to do a really great job with it. Just the world is so freaking interesting, and the only thing that I'm concerned about is they're two different stories set in the same world. So you have Alina, the Darkling, that whole thing in Ravka, which is the mainland. Right. And then the second story from the Six of Crows duology, which came out after Shadow and Bone trilogy, is set in a place called Ketterdam, which is basically like Amsterdam, but like Peaky Blinders, but like a couple other places thrown in there. Cool. Oh yeah. Kaz Brekker, for when I read that book, he's like the leader of the Crows, and I just imagine a very young Cillian Murphy and Peaky Blinders.
Interesting.
Okay.
The casting for that, his name is Freddie Carter. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. But
I love it.
But I'm really interested to see like if it's going to be two different stories that kind of play along side by side.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be to take 5 books and turn it into one thing is definitely like a big undertaking. You know, something like this would probably be way too big for like a movie format, but the nice thing about a TV show is that they kind of have room to leave a lot of the story in. You know, I find sometimes with movie adaptations, important things and beloved things kind of get left out. But yeah, going with like a series, I think is interesting, and it could potentially, I don't know. I don't know. I find that TV series, especially for long novels and multiple novels, it has a better opportunity to pay homage to its source material.
Yeah, I'm excited. That dark fog. I don't know what it is. That wall of mist.
I'm sure you know what it is, but we're just like, I need to know.
There's a lot of really cool imagery in this trailer, but I think the thing that is sticking in my brain the most is the shot of the ship sailing into the fog. I think that is such a like unique image.
Yeah. I was like, is it sailing? Is it flying? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, it was the moment that I was like, oh, I want to watch this. That single shot, I was like, that is the unique concept. Because there's a lot of cool stuff that there's certain fantasy tropes that you kind of have seen before, and with new things, I always want that image that brings me to it. With Lord of the Rings, it's like the image of the 9 Fellowship members when they are like that image of them, the silhouette of them on their quest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's always that thing. Game of Thrones has the Iron Throne. The Iron Throne sits in the center of all of their marketing.
Yeah.
That shot of that ship sailing into that fog is as iconic to me now. Not iconic, but as
it stands out.
It stands out in the same way that those do. And I was really impressed. That was a beautiful, beautiful shot. I'm excited to see what the show has to offer.
Yeah.
Goblin, do you want to plug what's going on with you? Tell the people where to find you.
I'm out here on Twitch TV/ChaoticNeutralGoblin. And I'm out here thirsting over fictional and unattainable characters 4 days a week, 6 hours at a time, and offline in the Discord. But, I'm a variety streamer. We do a lot of silly things. You're going to come for the personality and stay for having another dad. I call myself a dad on my channel. But not like a daddy, like a dad.
You are a father figure, for sure. When are you going to be posting your PowerPoints on YouTube? Because I need access to them. I need to share them everywhere.
Oh, God. As soon as I get moved into this new place, it's going to be a creative, like, sit down, get those things edited.
They're so funny.
You're too kind. The next one coming up in... I skipped out on this month because it's just been crazy, but coming up in March, we're doing the Star Wars Thirst Trap PowerPoint.
Nice.
Can't wait.
We will be there for that.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
And if Ahsoka's not on it, I will riot. So.
No comment.
Fair.
Okay. All right.
You gotta leave them wanting more, right?
Yeah. 100%.
If you are a Twitch viewer, go watch Chaotic Neutral Goblin over there, or go follow her across the internet. She's also very funny on Twitter. So go give her a follow. Chaotic Neutral Goblin. It's probably in the video. I'll add it somewhere. Probably down, maybe up. Somewhere.
Maybe there.
You can also follow us at twitch.tv/nerdynightly for me.
And I'm over at twitch.tv/Clarus.
And those are our handles across the internet, so come check out our stuff. We're doing more trailer reactions. Stick around the YouTube channel to find those out. Like, subscribe, do all the normal things. And as always, my name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
That's Chaotic Neutral. Nope, that's Chaotic Neutral Goblin. Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.
Bye.